Okay, so we're making a cute little unicorn sculpture today, and we're just using Model Magic clay and markers, Crayola markers. So it actually would stand up like this, but because I'm doing my video from the top looking down here, I'm just gonna sort of set that to the side, on its side. Okay, so we're using half a package of Model Magic clay. So you're going to open that up, and you're going to roll it up into a nice smooth piece of clay. Nice smooth ball. Okay, you can roll like this in a circle on your table, or like I'm doing, just roll it in between your two hands. Okay, it seems pretty good. Okay, now I'm just going to roll it back and forth a little bit. Okay, and I just want to break it into two pieces. Okay, so just breaking it in half, so I've got about two even pieces here. Okay, and then I'm going to break this one of the pieces again in half. Okay, so now I have two small pieces. I'm going to put one of those small pieces to the side, and then the other one is going to be for all my white parts of my unicorn. Okay, so again, I just want to roll this up into a ball to kind of smooth it out. And then I'm going to roll it back and forth a little bit. Okay, and I want to sort of make it into like a cone shape. So my bottom is pretty flat, and then just kind of pulling it up. Okay, so I've got kind of a cone shape here. And then I'm just going to take the top part of the cone and just sort of bend it over. Okay, so then here's the nose of my unicorn. And then I'm going to just pinch on one side and pinch on the other side. Okay, so then I have my unicorn ears. If I want them a little more pointy, I'll just pinch them together at the top. All right. So I'm going to set that aside. And then this other piece is for my colored part. So for all this pinkish stuff that I did on my unicorn, I used the rose or pink that comes in the 10-pack Crayola Classic. So this time I'm just going to switch it up a little bit, and I'm going to use the violet or purple. Okay, so I'm going to take my leftover piece, I'm going to flatten it out, and then I'm going to color it. And then I'm going to fold it in so that the marker stays inside the clay. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing again. Flatten it, color it. So it's best to color it with the side of the marker instead of the tip of the marker. Isn't going to give you very much coloring. It's just going to give you skinny lines. So you want to get a lot of marker in there. Flatten it, color it, fold it in. So we try not to get the marker on our hands because we want to keep that marker inside of the clay. Okay, usually 3 times is a good amount for flattening, coloring, and then folding in. Okay, so that was my 3rd time. So now I'm going to mix it in. So I thought a fun story to read for this project might be Sylvester and the Magic Pebble, because we are doing Fantasy Week. And an artist for inspiration could be Franz Marc and his Blue Horse painting. Okay, so you can see as I'm just twisting it, pulling it, squishing it back together, I'm getting a nice light purple color. If I wanted it to be a little bit darker, I would just flatten it, color it, fold it again. But I do like this color. So I think the most important part of the unicorn is the horn. So I'm just going to break off a little tiny piece and just sort of roll it back and forth. Maybe pinch the end a little bit so it's a little pointy on one end. Again, trying to sort of make that cone shape. Oops. And I just want to add that onto my unicorn head. Okay, and then next I'm gonna break off 4 little pieces and just roll those into balls for the feet of the unicorn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then my other piece I can use for the hair and the tail. So I guess I'll break it in half and then use half for the tail. And again, I'm just smoothing it out by rolling it into a ball. You can roll it back and forth a little bit. Okay, and then sort of squeeze one end, make it a little bit twisted and curvy, maybe like a letter S or something, and then just add that onto the back. And then my other piece, like I said, for the hair, or the mane, I guess that would be for the unicorn. And again, just roll it into a ball and then back and forth a little bit. So on this one, I had like 3 separate pieces. So I could break it up, or I could just do one piece. See if you like how that looks. And then here's another piece. And one more. Okay. You can see how it looks from all different sides. And then the little hoofs or feet, and just add it on 2 towards the front and 2 towards the back. So he kind of looks like he's like sitting down. And then I just used my black marker to dot on the eyes. One on that side, one on that side. And then I just wasn't really sure if I wanted to do a mouth or not, but I ended up just making a cute little smile. So very gently, just using the very tip of the marker. All right, and so there it is. There's your cute little unicorn. I hope it turns out just wonderfully for you and that you have a great day.